So next this evening, why a Nottinghamshire market town was the focus of a very big event on Polish TV yesterday. 3 of Poland's presidents in exile are finally heading home, years after they were buried at Newark Cemetery. Well, our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Borlis, it sounds extraordinary, this story, Jeremy.
Yeah, and we're talking about 3 Polish presidents who ran that government in exile. They actually led it from London over 40 years, and we can show you who they are here. Their names are Władysław Radkowicz, August Zaleski here, and on the right, Stanislaw Ostrowski. All of them were laid to rest in Newark. But this is the end of a story, really, that began back in World War II.
Britain stands behind her ally when the need to resist aggression arises.
Footage from 1939 in Poland, troops preparing to resist a Nazi invasion.
The Poles are ready again to defend the frontiers of their country.
But they were soon overrun by both German and Soviet armed forces.
The crew prepare for another sky adventure.
Many Polish air squadrons fled here and joined their British allies, flying missions for the Royal Air Force from bases around Newark and Lincoln. That's why Newark Cemetery now has this country's largest Polish war grave section. The 3 former exiled presidents were among hundreds of Poles laid to rest there. This ceremony, the start of a week of events to return their remains to their homeland.
It's an incredible honour, frankly. We stood side by side with our Polish brothers in the battlefield, and arising from that, many friendships were created, and those friendships continue today.
And there was a service to bid the 3 presidents farewell here at Newark's Mary Magdalene Church. This mass was broadcast live on Polish national television. The men will be reburied next weekend at a mausoleum in Warsaw.
Crikey, so links to Poland going back, what, 7 decades? I mean, my history's not very good, especially Polish history. Why did Poland have a government in exile for so long?
It's really interesting, this. It's because of what happened at the end of World War II. Now, you'll remember the Cold War started, Poland was under Soviet control, so they installed a different regime there, and that didn't end until the Iron Curtain came down. Now, things are really different now. Poland looks to Western Europe now, so those exiled politicians are now seen as heroes, really, and that's why the Polish government's so keen to have their remains returned to their homeland now.
And there's still quite a few links, though, with the East Midlands and Poland.
Yeah, there are. I mean, actually, Polish nationals now make up the largest number of foreign passport holders in this region. According to last week's census release, something like 80,000 people in this region were born in Poland. A lot of them will have come over to work in the last 18 years. A lot of them putting down roots now, having kids now. But, you know, those wartime links with Newark haven't come to an end either. And in Newark, they're actually planning to erect a statue next year of a really famous Polish wartime leader. You might remember him. He's called General Sikorski. He was buried in Newark too, and he was repatriated several years ago.
Well, I never knew any of that, Jeremy. Thanks very much indeed.